Hello everyone and welcome to OPJ Hub. Today is another episode on Untold Health Stories, where we share health stories and we take the lessons out of it, because I personally believe that a story told today can serve as a protective tool for someone or save someone's life tomorrow. I personally love stories and I know you also do love stories. And today's story is very interesting, funny, and yet emotional. So I'm so excited even as we're about to start. So stay with me through the end of the video, even as I share my medical perspective alongside and all my personal opinion as well. Let's dive into it. It was a warm afternoon in a small compound in Akachi where two lovers were in a room. Obviously, you know what they were doing. They were having sex. They were passionately having intimacy. In fact, everything was so normal, everything was smooth, everything was going on well. I mean, they were in a state of ecstasy, you know what I mean. But then all of a sudden, something happened. So as the man was almost wrapping up, he decided to pull his penis. He realized there was a resistance. Initially, both of them laughed nervously. Within a few seconds, all of them were worried. What is going on here? Then the lady told the man to try again to pull it out. When the man tried again, there was another resistance. All of a sudden, the lady began to cry. They changed their position, nothing still changed. He pushed, he pulled, nothing still changed. The lady started crying. The man started, trying to get positions to remove it, but it was not finding its way. All of a sudden, then there was a man behind the window, and then he screamed, "Efokojo, what is going on in the room?" The place was very, very silent. The room was quiet. No one was talking. So the man just peeped in and he realized that something was going on. Alright, so at this point, if you have not yet subscribed, kindly do so to subscribe, okay? Let's continue. So here in Ghana, news actually spread faster than the light. And so by the time you say Jack, the news have spread all around that there was a married woman in the room of a man who they were having an affair, and then they have stacked during their intercourse. So obviously a lot of people gathered with a lot of suspicion here and there. People were like, yeah, the married man's husband has actually do juju at Nogopo, and because of that, the lady is having an affair, and so because of that, she has stacked in the intercourse. So in fact, the whole village came, the whole community came just to be sure that what they are seeing or what they are hearing was true. So because of the embarrassment and the shame, they had to call a taxi to pick this young man and his lover into the taxi. And then they rushed them to the hospital. And then when they got to the hospital, the doctors were able to examine them, and then they give them some medications and other stuff, and then they were able to separate them peacefully. And so that condition is actually a rare medical condition, which is what we call penis capitis. In other words, the penis has been arrested. Capitis means captive, so the penis has been arrested. So this is a medical condition where the vagina involuntarily contracts, and because during the state of ecstasy or sex, the man is having an erected penis, so once it contracts, it holds it, and then it becomes very difficult to pull back. But then within some shortest possible time, it just relax again and everything becomes okay. So here are my take on this story. The first one is, these are people who are not, the woman is actually a married woman, with his lover. And so I personally believe that there should not be any room for, multiple sexual partners. Probably you already know what it means. Once you have a multiple sexual partners, the first risk is the sexually transmitted diseases, of which we have HIV, we have syphilis, gonorrhea. And once you have another affair and you share it up, you are spreading this, and we are trying to keep sexually transmitted disease. So this should not be the case in this case. Now, with the second concern I have with this story is the fact that when the incident happened, the man and the woman were kind of confused. What they were supposed to do was, because it will resolve within the shortest possible time, they were supposed to relax, change their position slowly, breathe in gently, and that will help the muscle relax, because in the state of sexual intercourse, the muscles are kind of contracting and relaxing and other stuff, so for the smooth running and enjoyment during the sex. So once they relax gently, slowly, the man can be able to remove the penis out. Or Once the man relaxes a while, the erection will go down and he can safely remove it out. And so there's no need for panic as well. But then when they begin to change position and try to separate themselves forcefully, there can be some wear and tear, and that can cause a lot of problem to the man and then the lady as well. Now, with a part of the community, I know a lot of people have the myth that this condition is as a result of juju, and because the married man has padlocked the wife, that anytime she has an affair, this is what should happen. And a lot of people were happy. People were like, hey, there's powerful gods in the group which are working and they are going to deal with their wives too. So, but that is not so, okay? It's not as a result of the juju that happened. It's as a result of involuntary contraction of the vaginal muscles, okay? So let's take that myth away. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, kindly don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section and share this to your loved ones and friends so we can break down this myth. Until then, see you.